Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? A little past 2 a.m. Let me see if I can pick it up on my watch. There we go. It's actually 2:14 a.m. in the morning here in Carlsbad, California. And actually, for the first time I've ever had the police actually ask me what I was doing. So I've been doing these videos for quite some time, and actually had an officer roll up and say, we see you out here all the time. What are you doing? So it gave me an opportunity to talk to him about Bitcoin, EOS, and the blockchain, which they immediately left. So I don't know if they're just not crypto fans or what happened. But as soon as they found out that I was just talking about the blockchain, I don't think they were too interested in what I had to say after that. So anyway, interesting stuff, which leads to me talking to what I'm talking about tonight. There's an old legal saying that goes like this. It goes, when the law is on your side, you pound the law. When the facts are on your side, you pound the facts. And when neither the law nor the facts are on your side, you pound the table. And I do feel like some nights I'm out here pounding the table. Not because the law and the facts are not on my side or on our side, if you're into cryptocurrencies and the EOS blockchain. It's just that I think a lot of people kind of lose sight of what's really going on here and what's really happening. And that is that there's a bigger picture, and that is things are starting to move to blockchain. Things are starting to go to the blockchain. And even though a lot of people don't understand it, that's the way it's going. So sometimes you feel like you are talking in a way of just pounding your fist against the table, hoping somebody listens, because so oftentimes people don't understand what it is you're talking about. But they will, and it will become more understandable. I listened to Dan Larimer a little bit today on a YouTube channel that he's been on twice now. And when I start to listen to Dan and listen to what he says, and as he starts to make more sense to everything that's starting to be implemented by EOS, and actually what's happening and transpiring with EOS, it actually is very simple. But to a lot of people, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And so many people, you feel like when you talk to them about it, they just don't quite get it. Just like the police officers that I just talked to. Nice guys, but they didn't understand what I was talking about. As so many people are. I like to talk to people sometimes, and they ask me what I do, and I say, well, we develop an application. And when we're developing an application, usually it doesn't go much further than that as far as what I do. After that, they're not too much interested in what I do because they don't understand what we do. So it's a quick way of kind of moving on to another topic. What do you do? I do a DApp. Okay, thank you very much. What do you do? So it goes on to something else. So not too many people are interested in DApp development as far as just having casual conversation, or just kind of having a quick conversation. Usually goes a little bit deeper than that as far as understanding and talking about something like an application, and then to even get a little bit more deeper than that, talking about a decentralized application, which is a DApp. So, but anyway, things are progressing. They're moving forward. We are moving into the new blockchain world, as I did a video about last night. But one of the things I noticed when I listened to Dan today talking, he talked about supporting applications and how so much of what they're going to do is going to be to support those people that are developing on the applications. And that's really what he's doing. And that's what he does, is he builds software, or Block One builds software that encourages people to build an application or build something on it. And that's really what it's about. The one time we did get a chance to talk to Dan up in San Francisco, and the clip is on our website, challengedapp.io. Either Challenge DApp or Challenge DAC, I can never remember what it is, but I'll put the link below. And the music's loud, you really can't hear very much, but we were able to have a little bit of a conversation with him. Most of what he talked about in that conversation, people say, what was he talking about? I can't hear it. Most of what he was talking about in that conversation was how to support the application, how to support what it is we were doing, and how he talked about, we're going to be developing new tools, we're going to be doing a lot of things to help you guys out, we're going to do a lot of things to support you. And that's mainly what he was discussing, as he was today, or the other day when he did the video with the YouTuber. He was discussing how to support people building applications, and that's what this is really about. How to create software, how to create applications, how to create new things on the blockchain. And that's what this is all about. So it's interesting, even though a lot of people don't quite understand what we're doing. That is where we're going. That's the direction we're taking. And that's what Dan is doing too. He's supporting all the new ideas that are being built on the EOS blockchain, of which there will be many, many more in the future. And I think a lot of people really don't grasp or fully appreciate how hard it is to have a really genuine good idea on the blockchain, and an idea that has some usage. I mean, if you look at DApp Radar, you see a lot of applications. In fact, I was looking at it the other day, don't really have a lot of usage. Even though we've been at this for a year, a lot of the things have been built, we still lack usage. That's the one hurdle that needs to be crossed as far as EOS is concerned and other blockchains, is there needs to be a widely used app application. I think that's going to happen with voice. I think there's other things coming up that's going to happen with, but that's what we're waiting on. When that happens, then you will see an acceleration of price and an acceleration of people interested in this blockchain. When you start to see the usage come, when you start to see the number of people that are using it. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about onboarding people very easy. I've talked about it last night and the night before, is really about getting people to use this with very easy use. Dan talked about that a little bit today. He talked about how they will not be recording face identification or a fingerprint on the blockchain, because he said that's personal information that they're not going to want to put on the blockchain. So this will be stored on your device. Your biometrics will be stored on your device, on your hardware, and then you'll be able to access the blockchain through that, and then you'll be able to onboard very easy. And that's the way this is going. I've talked a little bit about that, and of course that's what I think is happening. As soon as that happens, you will see some huge usage, mass adoption, huge usage, and a lot of people migrating to the blockchain because of basically everything we talk about. I talk about all the time, the decentralization of information and the being able to have things on the blockchain in a non-centralized way. That is changing the world. It will change the world. And that's having both the law and the facts on your side and being able to pound the desk and say so. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.